Hey there, it's the first day of February and spring is around the corner, and I'm already thinking about how I'm going to start my seedlings this year. Because last year I haven't had a lot of success. I mean, the garden was full and it was looking great, but I've killed over half of my seedlings because I grew them in these flimsy cold frames right here made in China that I don't really recommend. And the seedlings were either getting too hot or too cold or too damp, or I was overwatering them, or they were even getting eaten by these enormous slugs and snails. So needless to say, I've had a lot of unnecessary seedling death in the family and I didn't want to do that anymore this year. So this video is going to be all about how this year we're changing things and we're setting up an indoor system with shelves and growing lights. So without further ado, let's go inside and unbox them, put them on shelves and see how it goes. Welcome to Tiny Garden Habit. My name is Adriana and I garden in beautiful Transylvania, Romania, Zone 6B. And this is the unboxing of the Mars Hydro TSL 2000 LED grow lights, and I have 3 of them here. Since I live in Romania and the shipping isn't extraordinary and we end up with some broken, fragile things, I was kind of nervous about how this light was going to be delivered. But since Mars Hydro has warehouses all around the world, even though I ordered this from an American site, they were delivered to me from Germany. And I want to show you how they arrived. If you're too nervous to get these lights delivered internationally, know that they do a very good job at securing them inside the box with the help of these wooden planks. So nothing really moves around and the light is nice, snug and safe inside the box. Okay, so choosing grow lights as a beginner is overwhelming to say the least. When I was first researching grow lights, I saw people growing their seedlings with shop lights, fluorescent bulbs, T5 lights, and a whole array of LED lights. To be honest, I want to give credit to a YouTube channel that is called You Can't Eat the Grass. And the gardener there, she's really nice, and she grew some tomatoes to demonstrate how well the T5 lights work and how well her brand new Mars Hydro light works. I was convinced. I went all in. I ordered 3 lights that we are going to set up in a minute. And I first ordered them, and after I got them in the mail, I started doing the research for this video, basically, because there are at least three things that you kind of need to understand if you want to get good seedlings. Fingers crossed that I will, since this is going to be my first time. And the first thing is brightness. If your light is not bright enough, or specifically if you're hanging it in the ceiling or really high up, then you are going to get leggy seedlings. So the brightness and the distance from your seedlings is really important. The recommended distance from the module trays is 12 to 24 inches. And apart from placing it away from your seedlings, you also have the option with this dimmer to dim it all the way down to 25%. The second thing that we should know about LED full spectrum lights is that, just like their name says, they are full spectrum because plants need all the visible spectrum to grow, and even beyond that they need the far blue spectrum, so they need UVA light and they need infrared light. And UVA light, although it's considered to be harmful, I think the stress that's coming from that UVA light is helping the plants grow stronger. And the infrared light is great for things like going to flower and fruiting, and the mature stages of the plant. And the last thing that I wanted to mention about these grow lights is heat. Now, this Mars Hydro light is very silent and it doesn't have a fan to cool it off. And in fact, if you look inside, it also doesn't have any glass or something to protect it. You can actually touch the lights. And that's what the manufacturers chose, probably to help the lamp cool off better. But the downside or the upside to this, depending how you see it, is that it does emit some heat. And for me, that's ideal because the place where I'm going to grow my seedlings is already kind of cold. We don't live there, it's an old house. So these extra 9 degrees Celsius from the grow lights is ideal for me. Okay, this is going to be the new home for our seedlings for the foreseeable future. Now, the source of heat in here, because it's all nice and cozy and toasty, is this really old terracotta wood stove that we're going to start every morning, at least until we get germination. And my husband installed these very sturdy metal shelf units that I got specifically for the size in between shelves, because it needs to be pretty high. And it's the perfect size to fit 4 of these trays. There are 72 cells inside these module trays, which, if we do some math, means that I can grow 800 plus seedlings in this single unit, even more if we count multi-sowing. So now we're working on assembling these lights and mounting them, and we're going to show you the final result in a second.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. We don't need no sleep. Hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do.
So, hit the lights. Just kidding, my husband is back there. There you go, say hi. This is it, the end result. We're finally done. We managed to connect all these lights together so that I can control the intensity by only messing with one of these buttons over here instead of all of them. Right now we have the lights at around 25% and they are so bright. Let me tell you, my eyes are hurting right now. I'm going to switch it to 100% to see the difference. Hope you can see. Okay, and this is going to be 25 to 10%, super dimmed. This is how the lights look like. I don't know if the camera can capture all the yellow and red and bright white lights. And the Mars Hydro lamps are at a very generous distance away from all the trays. Especially this one down here. I can grow peppers here from start to finish if I want. but we can easily lower them by using this system right here. So we can lower them as low as we want them to. And this is it. This is my setup. I can't wait for all this to be green and lush. So the lights have been on for about 30 minutes, but I can already feel how they are getting kind of hot. Not too much, but this amount of heat I think will actually be beneficial to the seedlings in here, as this room is not usually heated. Now I'm pretty happy about how this setup turned out, and I recommend these lights. This post is not sponsored. I purchased the lights myself, but if you're interested, be sure to check out the Mars Hydro website and look for the TS series, TSL 2000. I can't wait to start all these trays with seedlings, and I'll see you in the next video. So until then, be sure to give a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.